Kilo Golf 8 Oscar uniform. Paul over here in Michigan. Over.
Roger, Michigan. And what's the name there?
Roger, Michigan. And what's the name there?
Name is Paul. If you have a little problem hearing me, I can kick the amp in.
Paul, I've got you about 25 over on Milford PASDR. And what radio are you running today, Paul?
PASDR. And what radio are you running today, Paul?
We got a 10-tech Omni 7 here. And about 3 active elements working right now. Over.
Roger. Well, you're sounding just beautiful in Milford, PA. Just copying you right there. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system? Let me look around and see what else, what other signals I might be able to conjure up. Check out my own local antenna, sir. About 10 seconds on your antenna.
Check out my own local antenna, sir. About 10 seconds on your antenna.
Alrighty. Well, very nice amplifier. Tower is a cranked up tilt over with a Mosley Pro 6. And the tower is a cranked up tilt over with a Mosley Pro 67 that's probably about 24 years old up there. But and we've been through probably 3 rotators on it. And sometimes we had a 70-mile-an-hour wind come through here one time and made that antenna look like a helicopter rotator. So, anyway, that'll give you 10 seconds, see how we're doing. KG8OU.
Yes, sir, Paul. Looks pretty unprocessed as I'm looking at it. I checked my local antenna, and you were there, but you were just about a 5 over. So I'm helping you much better on Milford at about 15 over. So I'm on Milford. Now, if you would be interested in our setup procedure, starts with you double-checking to be sure you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass mode. 100 to 2900. If you're sure of that, we will move on to the setup. If not, why don't you just make a note that you should check that to be in the 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass mode. Roger?
To 2900 transmit bandpass mode. Roger?
Yeah, we're squeezed down a little tight. We get about 2.4 on bandwidth here. And we've taken about 300 off the bottom and put it on the top. Over.
Alrighty. What radio is that? This Omni 7. You do have a compressor on that radio, Roger?
This Omni 7. You do have a compressor on that radio, Roger?
Yeah, compression's running about 50%, and mic gain is sitting right around about 20-21%.
Alrighty. Usually we would just suggest running that compressor at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, just about a third of the compression capabilities. Roger, about a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. And then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, just say the word and adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running 2/3. Roger?
Until your ALC is running 2/3. Roger?
Yeah, okay. We'll play with that a little bit. I usually just run the monitor on this thing when I'm setting it up and run the compression until I can hear it and then back it on off until I can't tell the compression's in there. But we'll play around with it a little bit. Thank you for your help.
Yes, sir. You're right now about 10 dB dynamic range, which is like unprocessed. And if you want it to be just a little bit fatter, we usually shoot for about a 3 dB dynamic range, which gives you 80 to 85% average peak modulation. The words are crystal clear. If you go past 3 dB dynamic range, then your words start to blur, and we want to stay below that. So we go for about a 3 dB dynamic range. Now, if you consider that unprocessed audio is about a 10 dB dynamic range, what we do is move it up, run it on that ALC at about 2/3 by using the word audio to calibrate. And at 2/3, you'll be at the 3 dB dynamic range, and your average percent of peak modulation will be from 80 to 85%. Roger?
Peak modulation will be from 80 to 85%. Roger?
Okay, thank you very much for the help. We'll go around and play around with this thing a little bit later on here. KG8OU, listening now.
Roger, Roger, Paul, 73, sir. If you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, will take you to this recording. I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. 73, Paul.